Hat in Time is a love letter to 3D platformers, paying tribute to games like Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and Psychonauts. Though it doesn't push the genre forward in any way, A Hat in Time is still an enjoyable adventure, full of enchanting characters and environments, as well as solid platforming. The story follows Hat Kid. While traveling home in her spaceship, a member of the Mafia from a nearby planet demands that Hat Kid pays a toll. After she refuses his request, he breaks the window of her spaceship, sending her and the hourglasses which serve as fuel for her ship to the planet below. Now, Hat Kid must gather the hourglasses that have been scattered across multiple regions in order to return home.
Are you ready to take down some Mafia?
Mafia Town is your first stop. It's a fairly traditional world with a large space to run around, collect items, and speak with its inhabitants. It has a nice atmosphere and serves as a good starting world that eases the player into the mechanics of the game, with some simple challenges like collecting vault codes or turning off giant faucets. We ran into a brief technical hiccup during one mission, but nothing past it. The other regions of the game come in various styles, each with its own cast of characters and enemies. Subcon Forest is full of ghosts and ghouls, doubling as the domain for a mischievous spirit who forces you to carry out various tasks. Alpine Skyline is a huge mountain range, with each mountain featuring a distinct setting, like a giant birdhouse and a village of ninja cats. Most objectives are kept isolated to their own areas, although there are a few cases where the game encourages you to explore off the beaten path. The game benefits from tight controls. Movement is smooth and every jump feels precise, whether you're leaping off walls or jumping between tight ropes. The default camera angles are also solid throughout most of the game, but if you try to adjust the camera to get a better view, it doesn't always behave as intended. Like many 3D platformers, there's a hub area you return to between missions. It includes a few activities like assembling artifacts or taking a gamble at a slot machine that unlocks rewards such as new colors for Hat Kid, music tracks, and alternate designs for specific hats. While the hub world is a welcome addition, it leaves a lot to be desired, especially since many of the platformers of old had much more robust hubs to explore. The game has some typical collectathon missions, but the way it presents many of these tasks feels fresh, particularly after the first world. This is made apparent when you arrive at Dead Bird Studios, a movie studio where a penguin and an owl are competing to win an award. The world's levels are divided up between helping the owls and penguins with each of their movies. The owl's murder mystery level is the player exploring a train, answering strange questions, and searching for clues. Meanwhile, the penguins have Hat Kid leading a parade up and down through a crowded city. Also, depending on which stages you get more collectibles on, either the owls or penguins will win the award. It's a nice twist that pays off even more if you return later and complete all of the levels within the world. There are also yarn pieces you can collect to craft new hats. These hats all add unique abilities like the Sprint Hat, which allows Hat Kid to sprint, or the Brewing Hat, which allows Hat Kid to make explosive potions. Swapping hats is highly integrated into the level design, with many areas that are only accessible with the corresponding hat, such as platforms that require the Ice Hat and green blocks that require the Dweller's Mask. Since you'll be swapping hats frequently in the later areas, it's nice that changing between them is quick and easy. Players can also collect gems that can be used to unlock new levels or purchase badges for your hats. These badges provide upgrades to specific hats or other abilities. For instance, one badge lets Hat Kid use her umbrella to grapple and swing across floating hooks, while another badge worn on the Sprint Hat puts her on a scooter instead of running on foot. There are even a few badges that aren't necessarily helpful, like one that can make Hat Kid die in one hit, providing some extra challenge. Within each world, there are 3 time rifts, which can be unlocked by completing levels or by finishing a diorama in Hat Kid's spaceship. 2 of these are blue time rifts, platforming challenge rooms with floating blocks similar to the ones found in Super Mario Sunshine. They're not very challenging, but they're still fun additions that highlight the game's great controls. The 3rd in each world is a purple time rift, which includes more in-depth challenges laid out across multiple rooms. You can also collect pages within the purple time rifts that help provide some welcome context for the game's characters and events. To track each time rift down, you have to use photographs that show their locations. However, the pictures are small, and once you're in a world, you can only see one photo at a time, which can be annoying if you want to actively seek out a specific time rift. A Hat in Time is a charming adventure filled with personality. It has some truly unique moments and varied locations, putting its own spin on the foundation of 3D platformers from the past. Although it's not very challenging, the platforming is solid, and its worlds and stages are imaginative wonderlands that make for a satisfying journey.
Fool! Oh, wait, it's you. I was kind of expecting a new victim to step in my traps. I've already taken your soul and everything.
Easy Allies reviews are made possible by generous viewers just like you. If you like what you see, check out patreon.com/easyallies to see our other videos. And consider becoming a patron to help us make more.